Percy Jackson is back. Percy Jackson is back. That's right. It's finally back. Now, you're probably like, ooh, it's back. Yes, it is. I am going to be in this review. I will be reviewing the first 2 episodes of Percy Jackson Season 2. So if you haven't seen it yet, click off the video, or if you don't want to get spoiled, click off the video, because there will be spoilers in this. Now, I didn't want to script for this, so I'm just going on my memory. I literally just watched it. But, let's get into it. So the first episode, Percy Jackson is back. That's right. It's finally back. You're probably like, ooh, it's back. Yes, it is. I am going to be in this review. I will be reviewing the first 2 episodes of Percy Jackson Season 2. So if you haven't seen it yet, click off the video, or if you don't want to get spoiled, click off the video, because there will be spoilers in this. Now, I didn't want to script for this, so I'm just going on my memory. I literally just watched it. But, let's get into it. So the first episode, it is obviously Percy Jackson Season 2, Episode 1. It's titled, what was the name again? This is great. I forgot the name. Okay, whatever. Was this called Episode 1? But basically, it actually was pretty good. I liked it. It opened with, like, of course, a recap, which, yeah, that makes sense. It's been 2 years since the first season. But it didn't, like, you know how most seasons, when you get to the second season, it does the drag-on thing where it's like, oh, these are these characters, what they've been doing. It didn't do that too far. It literally opens with Grover. He's on an island looking for Pan. And he finds some Pan's, like, fleece thing. What are those things called? The pipe, I think? I don't know what it's called. Like, the little thing that you blow and it makes music or stuff. So he found that. And he, basically, then what happened is when he blew it, he, like, tied these vines, like, grab people and stuff. And those people that got grabbed were campers from Camp Half-Blood. But they were now part of Luke's rebellion. Luke was trying to obviously build an army and bring back, Kronos. So they can, destroy Olympus, which, oh my god, Luke pisses me off with the figure. This man has to be stopped. But, and then, after that, Percy wakes up in his bedroom in a New York City apartment. It's like, oh, it was a dream. He had a dream that Grover was in danger, although it wasn't a dream because it actually did happen. Because Grover gets grabbed by, like, a kraken thing. I forgot what they called it. I think it was like something. I can't say the name. It's a really complicated name. I don't know if you can find the name of this stuff. Just plop it in on the screen. But after that, when Percy wakes up, we see his mom again. We see how she's doing. We see a new character, Tyson. Tyson is a Cyclops with one eye, which I need to mention this. Most stuff, when they do like one eye, the CGI looks so bad. But it looked really good here. Like, it looked convincing, and I was shocked. So it's getting a point up for that. Definitely for that. Then they'll talk about going to camp. And when they're on their way to camp, they get the Grey Sisters, which is like a taxi. And yeah, that was pretty cool. Annabeth comes in. We see her again. She tried a bunch of roller coasters. She's keeping something from Percy, which, girl, why are you keeping a secret from Percy? He's your friend. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And then they head to camp and they get attacked by, I don't know what. I forgot what it was. They did a funny gag before they got to camp with the Grey Sisters that they say, is he your boyfriend? Which that was kind of funny because everyone's shipping those characters, of course. And then, when they eventually get to camp, they are attacked, of course, and Annabeth has to basically let Tyson in because he's a monster and monster can't go through the barrier. But when doing that, it also let in a tank. These like big giant tanks that will chase them. I don't know what it's called. They look like giant like orcs from Lord of the Rings or something. But he let one in and it was about to kill Percy and Annabeth. But then Khalees shoots an arrow, throws a spear, not an arrow, throws a spear at the monster, killing him. And just walks up and calls them like idiots and stuff. Then they meet the new camp director. Well, first, before that happens, sorry about that, guys. I'm a bit tired, as you can tell. But before that happens, they realize that, wait, this was all a distraction. So they run to Talia's tree, which is shielding the barrier, and they see Luke literally poisoned the tree. And if the tree dies, then the shield goes down, which means anyone could get into the camp, which is the only thing protecting the demigods that can. So that's very bad. Then what happens is we meet the new, I think they call him activity director. His name is so hard, but he's like a jerk. And we see Mr. D again, which Mr. D is a jerk. His name should be Mr. Jerk, because that's what he is. A jerk, or another D word that I think we all know, but I won't say it out loud. But then, what happens is he basically says he's going to make sure no stuff happens, and of course he calls Percy Peter again. I did that last season. This man doesn't understand Percy's name. I swear to God, it's so annoying. Then after that, they basically talk about how they gotta save the tree, but Mr. D and this new camp activity guy, I think his name was like Ty something, I forget, it was a T name, called say Tennessee or thing, I don't know, I'm just gonna call him the D guy, or the T guy, whatever. He was a joke though, so. But, he talks about doing a new thing where they have a chariot race. However, Percy and Annabeth are like, we gotta worry about more other things right now. The city camp is going to be under attack, but Mr. D and the T guy literally doesn't listen. They don't care. They're like, no, we gotta do the chariot race. And this T guy, he's cursed that he can't eat food no matter how hungry he is. And Mr. D literally is eating popcorn in front of him, which is kind of funny. Like, bruh, you're eating popcorn in front of a guy that can't even eat. Kind of funny and mean. But honestly, you'll see why I don't like this guy later on. Then what happens is I'm trying to remember what happens next. Oh yes, Percy, they learn that Tyson is actually Percy's brother. They're both the sons of Poseidon, which that is pretty cool. Because last season, Percy was the only son of Poseidon. And now he has a brother. Pretty cool in my opinion. Alright, then next what happens. I need to stop saying next what happens. Say some other word. Make it more fun. But then I'm trying to remember what happens next. I'm so sorry guys. I watched 2 episodes. This would not happen with every other episode because I think the rest is 1 episode each week. So it'll be more easier for me. But I'm trying to remember, because I remember more of the second episode than this one, in my opinion. Okay, let's see. Then they, basically what happens next is, okay, then what happens is Percy and Tyson have a talk, and Tyson talked about how is scared to be alone. And he doesn't want to be alone, so Percy talks to him. Well, Annabeth comes in and you can tell she's kind of jealous of Tyson and wants Percy to talk to her, and Annabeth wants to go check on the Talia's tree to see the damage. But then what happens? When she goes over, Percy talks to Tyson and he gets another dream when he goes to sleep, he gets another dream, but this time it's like him and Grover are connected, they're linked, so they can talk to each other inside this like dream world. Let's just call it like a dream world right now. And Grover says he's in danger and he's trapped in this cave and he needs Percy's help. So, and getting to the episode, remember the Grey Sisters, they gave Percy coordinates to a certain like location. When Percy wakes up, Percy sees on the map those same coordinates, and on it says the Sea of Monsters. And then what Grover tells him in the Stream Wars is the golden fleece, about this golden fleece, and it can heal anything. And Percy thinks they can use it to heal Dahlia's tree. Meanwhile, Annabeth was like praying to the tree, because Dahlia is Annabeth's like friend, but Zeus turned her into a tree to protect her, which, come on Zeus, really? You're one of the most powerful gods, and all you can do to protect your daughter is turn her into a freaking tree. Father of the year right there. But Percy talks to Annabeth and says that he has a way to save Dahlia, or he has a way to save the camp. Then the episode ends, and that's episode 1. Alright, my final thoughts on episode 1. It was a really good episode. It was a great one to start the first season. Or the second season, not first. And I really liked it. There were some moments that I felt were like, fleshed out more. It could have been better. I'm gonna say I like the camera movement, the writing, the CGI stuff. Like I said, the eyes, Tyson's eye looks amazing. I'm gonna say that every episode that I review of the show now. But I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I loved everything about it. Now, editor, put a cool transition and on to episode 2. Episode 2 is titled Demons something. I know it starts with demons. Again, forgot the title. Editor, find the title and import it somewhere. All over somewhere on the screen. I don't know. That episode, it opens and again trying to remember. Oh yes. Percy and Annabeth are talking about a plan to basically try and go on a quest, because they need permission from one of the gods to go on a quest. But both the gods that are there aren't cool gods, because Chiron got... Oh, wait, did I say that? There's like Chiron and Kronos. Kronos is like the big bad, the Thanos. Chiron is like the Gandalf. Yeah, I said that right. Okay, so Chiron, he used to be the camp director in the first season, but Zeus made him go on leave because he's the son of Kronos, the big bad. But anyways, Chiron, Annabeth says Chiron might know how to go on a quest if they ask him. So they come up with a plan that Percy gets in trouble. So the T guy, I think his name is Tantalus. I'm just gonna call him Tantalus because I don't know his name. Don't hate me in the comments, Percy fans. But they basically, because if Percy is like kind of on lockdown, because they don't want him going on a quest or anything. So if he's seen outside, they'll go over, and that's their plan. Use him as a distraction so Annabeth can sneak in. She has this like Dodgers hat that makes her turn invisible from the first season. You watch that, you should. Why are you watching a review of the second season if you haven't seen the first? Anyways, but yeah, she puts that on, and because Percy gets noticed by like Tantalus like right hand guy. I don't even know his name. He's like some random guy. He looks like some old dude or whatever. He looks like a generic minion that you've seen type of stuff. But anyways, she sneaks in and she used like some magic stuff to contact Chiron to ask about going on a quest. While Percy tells Tantalus about the golden fleece. And when Annabeth is talking to Chiron, Chiron says that if go on this quest, you must not tell Percy. And she's like, what? I will not lie to him. And then he tells her that the great prophecy is the reason why he can't go on this quest. Now, we don't know what the great prophecy is yet. They didn't tell us, but he did say that if Percy goes on this quest, it could be very bad. And that Kronos wanted Percy to go on this quest. Kind of like a trap. So Annabeth has to find a way to lie to Percy, even though she doesn't want to. So when they go back, she basically lies to him, says that we should do the chariot race separately. And then comes the chariot race. Well, first, Percy goes and makes his own chariot with the help of Tyson. Tyson and all in a team, and Annabeth is with someone from her canon. And it's the big chariot race, a climax moment. What happened is the Taustonus, can't say that name either, but he, the activity guy, basically sets the race and they all go. But before Annabeth tells her teammates, she whispered that if the Poseidon cabin gets closed, make sure you take them out. Which, that's kind of sad. But when the race starts, Annabeth is in the lead, of course. And then Chloe and all fighting. Chloe and Percy are fighting. And Tyson, he has this ability where he can eavesdrop someone from different areas. So of course that is gonna be useful in the future. But during that race, what happens is these creatures come in through the barrier. They're like these ravens, but they have sharp teeth. So when they attack all the people watching and everything, include Annabeth and Percy, get out of their chariots, and they come up with a plan to get these monsters out. And they were like, wait, they don't like loud noises. So they go to Chiron's office and get, because earlier when she was in Chiron's office, she sees a music thing, that a Mariah Carey thing. It's not the Christmas one, it's another thing. But they grab that. Oh my god, what the heck? The light got vital. Weird. Okay. But she grabs the Chiron thing and they bring it back and they play that loud music and all the birds fly away. And Khalees wins the race. Then after, that Thompson guy finally takes it seriously and says that set out on a quest. And Khalees is the one that picks the people. It's her, and then picks Annabeth. And she was about to pick Percy, but Annabeth whispered to her to not pick Percy. And they pick a friend called Chris, who he was in the original season, but he got recast, I think. Yeah, because it was a different actor. But basically, that was this, and Percy felt betrayed. So he went to the cabin and said he was going to leave to find Grover on his own. And when we see Grover in the dream world, he's wearing a wedding dress, which, oh my god, what is going on there? But, and Grover basically tells him that in a week, there's going to be a wedding, and that Percy needs to hurry. So Percy set out on his own quest. He went to the ocean and asked his father to accept him, to let him go on this quest. And then here came homies, played by Lin-Manuel Miranda, aka Hamilton. And he basically said that his father said a quest accepted, and he asked him one thing in return, that he saves Luke to bring him back to the light. Which Percy said, I'm not doing that. Luke is already too far gone. And then homies, obviously, being Luke's father, said, you would do anything for family. But then Percy, Annabeth came running in and tried to stop Percy from going. And they had this really emotional moment where Annabeth revealed why she has been keeping the secret that she secretly hated everything that Percy that told her to do. She hated the roller coasters, all of the. Then they base homies gave them like a boat, this like cruise ship they could go on. Or I don't know if it was their cruise ship or if it was Luke's. They gave them like a small little boat, and Percy, Annabeth, and Tyson, well, not Tyson yet, but basically the test guys came in and he was about to kill both Percy and Annabeth. Then Tyson ran in, knocked him down, and they got on the small boat and they got out of there just in time. And then we see a big cruise ship, and they broke a law, so now they can never return to Camp Half-Blood. Then the screen fades to black and the episode. This episode, my final thoughts on this episode is, it was good. I don't think it was good as the first though. I like the very first episode the best out of these two, and of course there's a new episode every Wednesday, so I'll be reviewing all of them. But this wasn't good as the first. I will give this one a 7 out of 10. I don't think there was as much like good part. I like the cherry race scene. I wish it was a little longer, but that's my opinion. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.